very best of this generation. Our main event is next.
Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
Two 28-year-olds in their prime at Madison Square Garden for the super lightweight championship of the world. Here we go.
And the big questions of that fight. He's not afraid to come forward. Good counter, Teofimo.
Yeah, left hand from Shakur, matched by a right hand from Teo.
A wide decision on the judges' scorecards.
Good left hand. The glove nearly touched the canvas for a knockdown.
And that caught Teofimo Lopez.
The ringside view here is absolutely unmissable as we see Shakur Stevenson dominating Teofimo Lopez. Every movement, every feint, every punch is crystal clear from this angle. Lopez looks completely overwhelmed, struggling to respond while Shakur controls the pace effortlessly. Fans need to watch this to see the full extent of the beatdown.
Round the ring pretty well for Teofimo here. He's still leery of throwing combinations. He's afraid of the counters.
The crowd got something to cheer about as Lopez begins to show off a little bit, and maybe he won that round.
Defense, popping him with jabs, just like that.
Oh, sat down.
From this ringside angle, Shakur Stevenson's defense is unreal. Teofimo Lopez struggles with every approach, unable to land clean punches. Shakur reads him perfectly, slipping, blocking, and countering with ease. This view shows exactly why Lopez is frustrated and why Shakur dominates every second inside the ring with flawless skill.
Oh, sat down on that punch, did Shakur, and landed the right.
There's that check right that Teofimo has proved to be vulnerable over the years. When he leans in, keeps that left hand down, that's when southpaws can land that quick check right. Will Shakur...
Shakur beats him to the punch. Snapping jab again. Cuts Lopez off at the pass. Although Lopez trying to go back down.
Shakur Stevenson's win shocks everyone ringside as Teofimo Lopez completely melts down. Every move he tries is met with precise counters, leaving him helpless. From this view, fans can see Lopez's panic and frustration while Shakur controls the pace effortlessly, making this a dominant display of skill and composure inside the ring.
Pound for pound fighters in the world today.
No! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson!
Teofimo Lopez Jr. admits he feels destroyed after this fight, calling himself a punching bag. From this ringside perspective, it's clear he was overwhelmed. Shakur Stevenson's dominance left Lopez frustrated and helpless, exposing his weaknesses and showing how a real technical fighter can control every moment in the ring.
At all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
Well, appreciate it.
I don't appreciate it. That's why.
Oh, sure.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. is furious, and his frustration is clear. He's calling out bias and refereeing while defending his son, highlighting Shakur Stevenson's precision that left Lopez Jr. in real trouble. Ringside, you can see the impact, and it's evident why Lopez Sr. feels his fighter was completely outclassed and overpowered.
The two referees were looking at, you know what I'm saying? But you got to beat the champ to be the champ, you know? And my son hurt that boy, you know.
Eddie Hearn points out the chaos surrounding Teofimo Lopez Sr., and you can see why. Ringside, his unpredictable reactions and constant outbursts highlight the pressure and desperation his team felt. Shakur Stevenson, meanwhile, stayed calm and collected, exploiting every opening while Lopez Jr. was left flustered, showing the stark contrast between a disciplined champion and a panicked contender.
A bit wild, to be honest with you. I don't like that stuff, if I'm honest, but Teofimo's Teofimo. You could never control him, you can never predict what he's going to do or say, and that...
Duke McKenzie doesn't hold back, and ringside you can see why he says it. Teofimo Lopez was completely outclassed. Every punch, every step, Shakur Stevenson showcased mastery, while Lopez struggled to even establish basic control. This fight exposes the truth. Skill, timing, and discipline beat raw talent and hype every single time.
And everybody knows he's not a real boxer. There's levels to this game. and he was way out of his level, way out of his depth.
Ade Oladipo makes it clear. Shakur Stevenson turned in a masterclass against Teofimo Lopez. Lopez Jr.'s reputation as a top 140-pounder didn't matter once he stepped into the ring with a calculated, precise fighter. From ringside, you can see every attempt to land a punch thwarted, every opening countered. Stevenson's technical brilliance left Lopez frustrated, beaten, and completely outclassed.
It is brilliant. Understand who he beat. He beat Teofimo Lopez, who, yes, has had his issues. I think we see that against Cambosos and to an extent against Sandor Martin. But Teofimo Lopez was recognized by everyone as the best 140-pounder. Shakur Stevenson, in his first fight in the division, has gone to fight the best, and it's a shutout. It's a shutout. There wasn't a mark on him. Like, Teo barely landed a...
Joe Rogan sums up what everyone at ringside witnessed. Stevenson's knockout wasn't just a lucky punch. It was the result of calculated movement, timing, and skill exploitation. Teofimo Lopez Jr., despite his power, looked helpless against precision, leaving the commentary team and fans shocked. Ringside, it was clear this wasn't a fight, but a masterclass domination.
Because the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats, he's the best ever.
Yeah, I believe so.
You're seeing just like a totally different beast. He's just super
non-stop,
and you can't keep up with that.
Bomac is highlighting the sheer dominance Stevenson displayed. From ringside, it's obvious. Stevenson's calm, relaxed approach dismantled Lopez Jr. at every turn. His technique, timing, and strategy made Lopez look amateurish, underscoring how high-level boxing intelligence beats raw aggression. This wasn't just a win. It was a lesson in how to control a fight from start to finish.
And like you said, that masterpiece, man. He looked so smooth, calm, and relaxed, man. That was beautiful. That was the one boxing lesson that you future guys, young guys and amateurs just turning pro, watch that, man. That was beautiful.
The Wade concept breaks down what ringside fans could clearly see. Teofimo Lopez Jr. struggled against Stevenson's lead hand the entire fight. Every attempt to penetrate or land his right hand failed miserably. From footwork to angles, Stevenson dictated the ring, forcing Lopez into mistakes repeatedly. Lopez's inability to adjust shows why experience and technical intelligence matter more than raw talent. Ringside, it was frustrating to watch Lopez flail while Stevenson controlled space, timing, and distance effortlessly, making the fight one-sided and leaving Lopez Jr. completely exposed.
He was having real trouble getting to Shakur Stevenson. He could not get past the lead hand. The jab was stifling him. He was having trouble cutting the ring. He was having trouble getting to the outside foot. This was an orthodox southpaw matchup where Teofimo needed to step to his left to try to push the lead hand away or at least get head off center line if he wanted to throw his right hand. Instead, he was doing the opposite, and Shakur was taking the out.
Keyshawn Davis sums up the chaos that unfolded ringside. Teofimo Lopez Jr. was never in control, and the fight felt one-sided from start to finish. Every punch, every movement showed Stevenson's dominance. Lopez Jr.'s frustration was palpable, and even the locker room reaction reflects the embarrassment. This wasn't just a loss, it was a statement. For fans watching ringside, it was a brutal showcase of what happens when hype meets a disciplined, precise opponent, leaving Lopez exposed and outclassed at every turn.
Like, everybody not with the clown antics and things like that just because he want to sell a fight. It's cool to sell a fight, but I'm not fighting. Leave me alone. I'm retired. You don't got to make antics at me, So
it's now the time for Shakur Stevenson. Now that you've sort of sailed off into the sunset, done your thing in...
Bomac's words ring true for every fan and fighter watching ringside. Stevenson's boxing IQ dictated the fight from bell to bell. Teofimo Lopez Jr. was repeatedly outsmarted and outmaneuvered. Ringside, it was almost painful to watch him attempt adjustments that never worked. Every opening was closed, every punch anticipated. Stevenson's composure and technical understanding made Lopez look inexperienced despite his record. The fight highlighted the gap between natural talent and true ring intelligence. And ringside, everyone could see Lopez struggling to match the precision and control of a masterful opponent.
Shakur just got a great boxing mind. That's just it. He's got a great boxing mind, and once he put his mind to it, he's gonna get the job done.
What is it gonna take to beat someone like him?
I don't know, man. Probably want to stay away from that kid, man.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn's commentary captures what ringside fans witnessed firsthand. Stevenson's strength and technical execution left Lopez Jr. helpless. Every jab, every step controlled the pace of the fight. Lopez struggled to land anything meaningful as Stevenson moved with precision and confidence. The fight was a masterclass in timing, fitness, and technique. Ringside, it was obvious. Teofimo Lopez Jr.'s skills were simply not enough to challenge Stevenson, leaving the audience stunned at how a champion could be so thoroughly outclassed.
Shakur looked strong, you know, Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point, his footwork was incredible, it's his timing, it's his fitness. He's a complete fighter.
Stevenson explains what fans saw ringside, a complete dissection of Teofimo Lopez Jr. Every jab, every body shot weakened Lopez's rhythm. Ringside, it was brutal watching Lopez try to respond while Stevenson dictated the action effortlessly. It highlights the gap in preparation and skill. This fight wasn't about heart or luck, it was technical mastery against a fighter overwhelmed by precision, strategy, and control, leaving Lopez Jr. exposed and outclassed from the first bell to the last.
He's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Claressa Shields nails at ringside. Stevenson's technical mastery was on full display. His jab, body shots, and movement dismantled Teofimo Lopez Jr., leaving him struggling and bloodied. Ringside, fans could see Lopez's desperation as every attack was neutralized. Stevenson's precision forced Lopez to make errors, exposing the gap between pure talent and a complete, disciplined fighter. This was more than a victory. It was a brutal lesson in boxing intelligence, stamina, and ring control. Lopez Jr.'s reactions and frustration only highlighted his limitations against someone as composed and calculated as Stevenson. Ringside, it felt like watching a masterclass unfold while Lopez Jr. flailed, overpowered, and outsmarted at every turn. Fans will remember this as a fight where Stevenson's skill overwhelmed Lopez Jr. in every phase, leaving no doubt about who dominates the ring.
I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body, and we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is stoppage. I can't ask for nothing else.
Daniel Jacobs perfectly sums up the ringside reality. Lopez Jr. tried to match Stevenson's pace but was utterly outclassed. Every attempt to be aggressive or assert dominance backfired as Stevenson anticipated, countered, and dictated the fight. Ringside, it was impossible not to notice Lopez's inability to execute under pressure. Stevenson's superior technique, timing, and ring IQ exposed every flaw, leaving Lopez frustrated and ineffective. This was a clear lesson in what separates champions from hopefuls. Lopez Jr.'s courage didn't matter. Against a smarter, faster, and more calculated opponent, ringside fans saw him crumble under pressure. Stevenson's dominance was comprehensive, relentless, and strategic, showcasing why he is one of the most complete fighters in the division today, leaving no question about who truly runs the ring.
For Teofimo. Hey yo, sometimes you just gotta grab your nuts and you just gotta put balls to the wall, unfortunately. But that's just what it is. And sometimes
Coach Wally sums up what ringside fans witnessed. Stevenson wasn't just fighting, he was cementing a legacy. Every jab, every feint, every combination showcased skill, timing, and intelligence, leaving Lopez Jr. overwhelmed. Ringside, it was clear that this wasn't just a fight, it was a statement. Stevenson is in a league of his own. Lopez Jr.'s efforts, though brave, were insufficient against someone so technically proficient and composed. Stevenson's dominance wasn't flashy. It was precise, calculated, and relentless, and ringside, it felt like watching history. This fight added another chapter to Stevenson's legacy, proving he can completely dismantle the best in the division while controlling the ring effortlessly, leaving Lopez Jr. exposed, outmatched, and visibly shaken throughout the bout.
Very excited, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and he got a chance to, establish his legacy once again, winning another another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of his performance.
The Ringside View made one thing crystal clear: Stevenson dominated every aspect of the fight from the very first bell. Lopez Jr. struggled to find any rhythm or timing against a boxer who was far superior in skill and intelligence. Even when Lopez Jr. tried to force exchanges, Stevenson anticipated and countered with precision, leaving Lopez Jr. frustrated and visibly shaken. The fight was more than just a win. It was a statement that Stevenson is in a class of his own and Lopez Jr. is not ready to handle that level of competition. Ringside, it looked brutal as every punch landed strategically, while Lopez Jr.'s attempts fell short, exposing his defensive weaknesses and lack of adaptability. The commentary from experts and former champions only reinforced what fans witnessed. Stevenson's ring generalship and tactical awareness were unmatched, and Lopez Jr.'s reputation as a top contender took a serious hit. This fight will be remembered as a masterclass in boxing IQ and discipline, showing that raw power or aggression is never enough against a complete fighter. The question now is, what's next for Lopez Jr.? Can he truly learn and come back stronger, or has Stevenson set a standard that will be nearly impossible for him to reach? Share your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on, and do you think Lopez Jr. can recover from this devastating Ringside performance?